Yo, what's going on, everybody? We're about to get into a mailbag on today's video as you're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. If we didn't get to your question today, it's your own fault. It means you're not subscribed. So change it. Hit that big red sub button right now. Subscribe to the #1 Giants YouTube channel there is, most watched show on YouTube, and help us get to 40,000 subs. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it. First question coming in from my dude, #1 name on YouTube. Leonard Zinnard says, yo, if the Giants land around pick 4 to 6, do you think we should trade up for a quarterback or just draft the offensive line? By the way, I was at FedEx and it felt like it was a home game. That's good stuff. Nothing like going to a Giants game and they actually win. All right, if the Giants land around pick 4 to 6, do you think we should trade up for a QB? I think it comes down to this. One, are the teams picking at 1 and 2 going to draft a quarterback? Because if they are, they're not trading out of that pick, right? 2, what's the cost? And 3, do you love a quarterback enough to have the juice to trade those picks? Because it's going to cost you multiple first-round picks. Multiple first-round picks and maybe even a good player. Look at what Carolina had to give up to get to #1. Multiple first-round picks and DJ Moore. He's pretty much an all-pro receiver. You only trade up if you're in love with either K.O. Williams or Drake Maye. Can you get a guy like Michael Penix at 4? Jayden Daniels at 4, Bo Nix at 4. Those reaches at 4. We're going to find out over the next couple of months. But I'm not going to be mad if you take the offensive tackle out of Penn State or if you take Joe Alt out of Notre Dame with that pick. So I think everyone watching this show right now would agree. The Giants have to get better on the offensive line. And if you're in the spot to do that, you might just have to make that pick. Appreciate the question, Brody. Yuli says, do we go first-round Penix, second-round big receiver like A.J. Brown? I mean, look, yeah, if you draft a quarterback, I do want you to draft another wide receiver. And there's a bunch of good receivers that are going to be available in that second round. We talked about Xavier Worthy on our mock draft. I love the guys out of Washington if they fall there. There's a lot of good receivers. There's always good receivers you can find. And I do think it's a good idea to pair a rookie receiver with a young quarterback, have them grow together, become more on the same page, and kind of be your go-to duo as they progress as Giants. I wouldn't mind taking Michael Penix in the first round. 2 picks in the second round. I think you got to go quarterback, offensive lineman, and receiver with those first 3 picks. Wouldn't mind an edge rusher either, but that would just my opinion. I'll ask for your opinion right now. Name a player you want the Giants to draft. Give me a name. Give me a name you guys want to see Joe Shane select in this upcoming draft. Give me your thoughts down below. D-Money. We call you D-Murder. What up, D-Murder? How does rookie TDV compare to a rookie DJ? How does a rookie Tommy DeVito compare to a rookie DJ? Well, Daniel Jones is more of that prototypical quarterback, right? In the sense of 6'5", 230 pounds. Daniel Jones is more athletic as well. I mean, even in that first game that DJ won against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when he came from behind, he won the game on a QB draw. I honestly think everything at the quarterback position, Daniel Jones does better than Tommy DeVito. I know we're happy with Tommy DeVito and the way he played, but I think that we should just lower our expectations a little bit. It was Washington after all. They're not a good football team. And the Giants have had their number, winning 3 out of the last 4, and that 4th one being a tie. I was encouraged by what I saw from DeVito, but I also think that if Daniel Jones plays that game, he might have thrown for 5 touchdowns. There were guys wide open he didn't hit. Thought he held onto the ball a little bit too long at times. I like that because he's trying to make plays downfield. He looked like a rookie quarterback. Thought he was all right. Nothing special, though, in my opinion. Thought he was good. None to write home about, and he's not the franchise QB. Steven Lopez says, what do you think the Giants' record will be this year? It's a good question. Got the schedule right now. You're currently sitting at 3-8. You got the Patriots, you got the Packers, you got the Saints, you got the Rams, and you got the Eagles twice. So I'm going to say you're going to lose to the Eagles twice, get you to 3-10. I think you lose to the Saints, get you to 3-11. And then maybe you win 1 out of 3 against the Patriots, Green Bay, and Rams. Let's go 4-13. I'm going to say 4-13. I see the Giants winning 1 more game this season. I'll go 4-13. D-Money, back again on the DeVito. So should we let Tommy develop for the rest of the season and start him next season and keep DJ as the backup and draft O-line? Look, I think at this point, you gotta look at what's coming up. Tyrod Taylor is going to be off the injured reserve list December 11th and potentially be able to play Monday night against the Green Bay Packers following the bye. Who gives you a better chance to win? Tyrod Taylor or Tommy DeVito? I think the Giants are going to roll with the guy that gives them the best chance to win. In my opinion, it's Tyrod Taylor. I understand the idea of letting DeVito be that guy. Maybe DeVito goes and lights it up against the Patriots. We're having a different conversation. Let's see what he does against New England, then we can come back to this team money. Before we get to more questions, I got to give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app in North America. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS. And if you use that promo code CLNS, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. My favorite part about Prize Picks is how easy it is. All you do is create a lineup of 2 to 6 players, and you just choose more or less on their projected stat total. The more players you have in your lineup, the higher your payout will be. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS. I'll make sure to get all the info and make it clickable down in the comments and description of today's video. prizepicks.com/CLNS. We got Cam Johnson coming in with a $2 super chat. Cam, appreciate you, Brody. Says, is Jayden Daniels the best QB in the draft? Best QB in the draft? No. I have Caleb Williams here. I have Drake Maye here. They're neck and neck, and I'd be happy if the Giants were to get either one of them. But now with them not picking in the top 2, that obviously lessens the likelihood of that. Jayden Daniels, I'm going to say no. I'm going to have him as my 4th rated quarterback. I have Michael Penix at 3. I got Jayden Daniels at 4. And I guess we got to go with Bo Nix at 5, man. He continues to impress. He continues to improve. Only 2 interceptions this year. Makes all the right decisions. Kind of gives me Mitch Trubisky vibes, though. I'd say no. But what if the Giants really fall in love with Jayden Daniels? And he's there at pick number 28. Do we trade into the first round to get him? It's going to be a whole lot of fun throughout this draft process. I know that. I'm a fan of Jayden Daniels. I can't take him inside the top 5, though. At least not right now. Mike G, what up, Brody? Happy DeVito Victory Monday, brother. What's the big name free agent the Giants need to sign in your bold prediction a few months in advance? So we actually did a 2024 free agent targets for the New York Giants last week. And I'm going to pull up my list of the players that I did have in that video. We'll run through those quickly. We talked about the wide receiver position. Some of the top wide receivers that are going to be available potentially include T. Higgins, the wide receiver from the Cincinnati Bengals. You're going to like Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley, Marquise Brown, Michael Pittman Jr., Tyler Boyd, Gabe Davis, KJ Osborne, Josh Reynolds, Kendrick Bourne, maybe a guy like Odell Beckham. On the offensive line, you're looking at Robert Hunt, Evan Brown, Dalton Reisner, Jonah Williams, Connor Williams. Maybe you want to go edge rusher, a guy like Brian Burns, Daniil Hunter, Josh Allen. There's a lot of good players heading in free agency. I want to see them sign an offensive lineman, and I want to see them sign a veteran edge rusher. That's my opinion. Could have potentially $60 million to spend. I'll ask you this. If you were the general manager of the Giants, what's your first move you make? If you are the general manager of the New York Giants, if you got to take Joe Shane's job for a day, what's the first move you would make as the general manager? Let me know what you think down below. Pokemore, what up, brother? Do you think we will need to get a QB if we pick top 5? Tommy did good yesterday, but let's be honest, it was the Commanders. 100% agree. What Tommy DeVito did yesterday does not change my thought process at all when it comes to the future of the Giants at the quarterback position. Cool story, a lot of fun. Enjoyed watching him play football. Enjoyed watching him win a football game for the New York Giants. But what he did yesterday, and I don't know if there's anything he could do for the remainder of the season that changes my viewpoint on what the Giants need to do. The Giants are picking inside that top 5, top 6, top 7. I think they have to get a quarterback. I do. Just my opinion. As always, just want to say thank you and appreciate you for tuning in. If you haven't yet, give me a follow over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Let's go Big Blue.